In this video, we will be making 4 servings of a pork and pepper stir fry with rice. Here I have 450 grams of pork loin, but you can also use a different cut if you prefer. Remove this layer of connective tissue if your piece has it. Slice the pork along the direction of the muscle fibers into a few even pieces. The face of each piece will be the size of each pork piece in the final dish. Slice each strip against the grain into thin pieces, a couple of millimeters thick. If you struggle to make thin slices, you can place the meat in the freezer for about 30 minutes, which makes it firmer and easier to slice thinly. And when you get to the end, if you have an odd-shaped piece like this, you can just smash it a few times with the side of your knife or hit it with the back of your knife to flatten it out. Once sliced, add to a bowl in addition to the following: 1 tablespoon of corn flour, 1 teaspoon of white sugar, half a teaspoon of cooking salt, half a teaspoon of bicarb soda, which will help to tenderize the meat, 1 tablespoon of soy sauce, 1 tablespoon of Shaoxing cooking wine, and half a cup of water. Mix thoroughly until all the liquid has been absorbed by the meat. Set aside for at least 15 minutes, but if you can think ahead, doing this a few hours in advance or even the day before will result in even more tender meat. While waiting, let's prepare the rest of the ingredients. Here I have a bunch of mild peppers. You can basically use any sweet or spicy peppers you like. I like to cut these peppers on an angle, rotating as I go, trying to avoid the white pith as much as possible. We want 400 grams total after being cut, so use as much as you need to achieve this amount. Set aside in a bowl. For the aromatics, we will need 4 cloves of garlic. Lightly crush each clove with the side of your knife and peel the skin. Cut the garlic into smaller pieces to make it easier to crush. Crush each clove with the side of your knife. Chop until finely minced. Set aside in a bowl. For the sauce, add the following ingredients to a bowl: 1 tablespoon of corn flour, half a tablespoon of white sugar, 1 teaspoon of chicken stock powder, half a teaspoon of white pepper, optionally a small pinch of Chinese 5-spice powder, 2 tablespoons of soy sauce, 2 tablespoons of oyster sauce, 1 tablespoon of Shaoxing cooking wine, 1 teaspoon of dark soy sauce for colour, and half a cup of water. Or you can use chicken stock, but omit the chicken stock powder. Stir to combine and set aside. Before cooking, make sure to have all your ingredients prepared and close by for easy access. Bring a wok full of water to a boil over high heat. Once boiling, add the pork. Blanch for about a minute or until the pork is no longer pink, stirring constantly to separate the pieces. Remove the pork and place in a strainer for excess liquid to drain. Scrub your wok so that it is clean and dry it. Place over high heat until well heated. Since I am using a carbon steel wok, when it starts smoking, I know it is well heated. Add 1 tablespoon of cooking oil and swirl to coat the surface. Add the chopped peppers. Stir fry for about a minute to keep it crunchy, or cook it for longer if you prefer it softer. Then remove from the wok back into the same bowl it came from. Return the wok to the stove over low heat. Add 1 tablespoon of oil and swirl to coat the surface. Add the chopped garlic. Cook for about 1 minute or until it just starts to turn slightly golden brown. Then add the sauce, stirring it briefly to mix the starch that has settled on the bottom. Turn the heat to high and stir until the sauce bubbles and thickens. Then turn the heat off and add the cooked pork, the cooked peppers, and 1 teaspoon of sesame oil. Stir to combine and we are done. Let's also cook some rice to serve it with. Add 2 cups of rice to a bowl. Wash with water. Drain the rice and discard the water. Repeat for a total of 3 to 4 times. Then add the washed rice to a pot or rice cooker. Add enough water to cover the rice by 1 to 2 centimeters or about a fingernail's length. If using a rice cooker, just flick the switch to the cook setting. If using a pot, set it on the stove over high heat. Bring to a boil. Once boiling, add the lid, turn the heat to low and cook for 10 minutes. After 10 minutes, turn the heat off but leave the lid on and let it rest for another 10 minutes. Then remove the lid and fluff the rice to release any excess steam. Evenly distribute the rice between 4 containers on one side. Then add the stir fry to the other side. Allow to cool before covering with lids and storing in the fridge for up to around 1 week. To serve, just microwave to reheat and enjoy. Each serving contains 586 calories with 31 grams of protein, 88 grams of carbohydrates, and 12 grams of fat.